Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Why can't we just all get along? You know, it's just a game. Friendly one. Disarray. Hate. Kind of. Kind of hammer nail. If you do ask me. And in a 23-20 victory by the Houston Texans, who've come in here now and won 6 in a row. What do I want to begin the program by saying I don't believe there's one player in the Jaguars locker room who's aware of the fact that Houston has won 6 straight in Duval. That's just my guess, because that's today's athletics. That's today, whether it's college or pro. It just doesn't matter. The fans care. The media complain. They try to stay relevant. Players, I mean, they're on to Tennessee. It's as simple as that. And 23-20. I will give them credit for not going away. They played hard. They played 60 minutes. Again, it came down to complementary football, in this case, the lack of. That has been the case the entire season for this Jacksonville Jaguar team. The defense played very well early on against a suspect Houston offense. And then when Mac Jones, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, he led touchdown drives. I mean, first off, I mean, people were just leaving. And they came back in. They're like, Mac's on fire. He's identified Parker Washington. He's thrown 4 passes now to Brian Thomas Jr., and the folks are just rolling in. Could we get a comeback? Could we possibly keep these playoff dreams alive? On a 3rd and 4. Okay? Buddy at the bar on his 18th Falstaff over at the Tailgaters Bar. Elbows dug into the wooden bar. Knew. And everyone else in the United States of America knew that after the 2-minute warning with 0 timeouts, there's no way that Houston is going to throw the football. You have to run to take clock. Period. Go back and watch the play. It's sickening. It's disgusting. It's gross. Buster Brown backpedal. My God, his hips. The ability to turn and run. What is he doing? Robert Woods comes completely off Buster Brown, comes inside, makes an incredible block on Ventrell Miller, who you kind of thought going in, if they're going to make a play here, it's going to have to be Miller, right? Devin Lloyd got blown 8 yards off the ball. Go back and watch the final play. Andre Sisco, nowhere near it. So on the one play that you needed, and the one play, what are they doing? What's Ryan Nielsen doing? What is this defensive staff doing? If you get beat by a pass action or a fake and they throw a bomb downfield, okay, then you just kind of tip your cap and say, wow, I never thought they would throw the ball for the reason I just mentioned about getting the clock to tick away. But it became man-on-man football. And once again, Houston, when it was needed, dominated your Jaguars. They ran a freaking toss sweep. I thought it was Billy Sims of the 1976 Detroit Lions. I mean, who runs sweeps in the end? They kept running the same play to Joe Mixon. Yet this team could not step up and make a play when they had to. And really, that's been one of the calls of the 2024 Jaguars, the inability to play complementary football. Remember the first time these two teams met? Remember 5 consecutive drives in the second half? Jacksonville forced a punt, and they could have put the game away. I think they got the ball back with like 3:41 remaining, and they went 3 and out. Trevor Lawrence and company, 3 and out. I mean, so freaking predictable, right? A chance to win again, 3 and out. And then the defense gives up points and they lose. That has been the one aspect of this football team that is so incredibly aggravating. There have been times where the defense has done its job. Case in point, they're 1-6, 1-7 in one possession games. There's been times this year where the offense has done its job. But trying to get any sort of consistency or combination where they do it at the same time, especially when needed, completely absent from this year's football team. So there you go. The Jaguars now officially eliminated from the playoffs. They're 3-15 in their last 18, yet you have a general manager re-signing players. You have a head coach who will not say anything that may get him slapped on the wrist or possibly, get fined by the NFL. And business just moves on. 5 weeks remaining. Now a trip coming to Nashville against Tennessee on Sunday. All right, it's great to have you with us. We got plenty to do over the next couple of hours. Just a real interesting week for fans. I think that's the best way to describe it. A heartfelt week for fans. Players, it's like, what do you make of it? Right? I mean, where's the loyalty? Where's the respect? Where's the want to win? All right? College and pro, just one thing after another, was really, and you know what, as far as the flag planting, I have no problem with it. I mean, do something about it. Do something about it during the game. I think this will pick up a little bit of steam now, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if you find out that there ends up being some rule that comes into play that if you plant the flag, you're going to receive a massive fine, not $100K, but something huge, or players will be suspended. And the reason why is Dr. Herbie's involved now. Because Dr. Herbie, I mean, the earth does stop when he speaks. And we all saw his propaganda a year ago and his influence as far as the college football playoff was concerned. Well, he's doing the same thing now. He is extremely hurt that Michigan has won 4 straight against Ohio State. He is extremely hurt that Michigan men planted the flag at midfield. And Herbie's upset. Herbie has the power. He has the creativity. He has the moxie to change things in the world of college football. Again, just go back to a year ago. And he's going to do the exact same thing this year. So wait for that announcement. And again, we'll get to that in a little bit. A lot of people have asked me, are you pissed about what happened in Tallahassee? You're damn right I'm pissed. I'm pissed about 8 fumbles. Okay? I'm pissed about allowing 8 sacks. I'm not pissed about a freaking flag at midfield. Okay? I'm just not. I have more important things to be upset about. You can only be upset about so many things. 8 fumbles. Mike Norvell has completed 5 years at Florida State. He just dropped a 2 in 10 on you. Yet he's going to get the full opportunity to fix things in God's country. That's the world we live in. Kind of like Trent Baalke. He's going to get that same opportunity. The Jaguars are 3-15 in their last 18. Trent, go ahead and sign Walker Little. Listen, let's look at it logistically speaking. This is absolutely insane. Trent Baalke kept putting a franchise tag on Cam Robinson. He re-signed Cam Robinson. Then he gave him away plus $7 million for a future 2026 4th or 5th round pick. At the same time, it had been said time and again by this organization that Walker Little, you're really not that good. You were given an opportunity to win the right tackle job. Juwan Taylor won it. You played really good football when Cam was hurt or when Cam was selfish and he was popping pills and getting run up with PEDs and all that. You played really good football. But when Cam came back, it was like when the Rolling Stones came back. It was like when the Eagles came back after taking a decade off. Oh, my God, Fry. They're coming back. Joe Walsh, Don Henley. This is unbelievable. The Beatles, the Eagles, Timothy Schmidt, After 10 years off, they're coming back. Cam Robinson is coming back. Take Walker Little and slide him inside. We'll take 11. Done. He's gone, injured. But it was the return of Cam. And I don't know if I'll ever know what Cam has over this organization, which made him so powerful. Cam played only left tackle, will only play left tackle. He played left tackle in high school. He played left tackle at Alabama. He'll only play left tackle here in Jacksonville. Yeah, but Coach Walker Little, 4 games in, he's graded by far the highest of any 5-year up. No. Cam's our left tackle. Okay, of course he's your left tackle. Until he sucked his thumb while making $1 million on the sideline, refusing to go in when his head coach said, we need you in there. Cam said, screw that, man. I'm not going in. Traded 2 days later. Walker Little. I can't think of a Jaguars player who has been treated worse by this organization than Walker Little. He's a much better human being than I am. Money talks. $15 million over the next 3, 15 per. I guess it heals all wounds. I thought for sure that Walker Little would get up and leave. He's a starting left tackle in this league. All right? But we saw what happened. A deal was put together. Trent Baalke, Walker Little, they broke some bread. Everything's fine now, Little in for the next 3 years. It actually could end up being a good signing. The reason being, there's really not a list of available free agent left tackles. And I know the world I live in, okay? Despite this complaint, which is only begun, I'm actually a pretty happy guy. But I know the world that I live in, and you want Travis Hunter, you want a wide receiver, you don't want a left tackle, right? That's not sexy enough for you. Even though I spent the last 3+ years complaining about how soft this offensive line is. You don't want a left tackle. You want something that is going to allow you to go to the store where you can buy a jersey, right? You telling me I'm wrong? Don't even waste your time telling me that I'm wrong. You know that I'm right. You didn't want a left tackle. So now you got one, and you got it in-house. Here's the problem. We still don't know if Walker Little's any good. He was on an 8-game show-me deal. Show us what you can do. Performed well yesterday. What was it, 37 dropbacks? 1 pressure allowed. The 2 games prior to that, a combined 60 dropbacks. 0 pressures allowed. Walker Little's doing the part right now. But this is also a guy a month ago who wasn't good enough to start on this team. You kept overpaying for Cam Robinson. How many times in my life did I say, is there a $19 million difference between Cam Robinson and Walker Little? And look what this organization did. Not only did they say goodbye to Cam Robinson, they gave Minnesota $7 million to take him. And they're going to have to eat a massive dead cap money figure for the 2025 season. Now you don't know if this guy can play. I hope he can play. He's protecting the blind side of Trevor Lawrence. I didn't even get into the fact that Trent Baalke makes this deal after the worst loss in franchise history. They got absolutely blown out in Detroit. There should have been firings across the board. Look what they did in Chicago. We're out trying to digest the turkey, trying to enjoy the family. And for some of you, at that point, the in-laws became outlaws, especially the mother-in-law, right? She's probably nagging you about moving a chair or helping with the move. And you're like, hey, listen, it's 3rd down. There's 30 seconds left. Take the snap, Caleb. And he doesn't. They fire him. They fire Matt Eberflus. That's the way that things are in a high-pressured game, in a high-pressured league. We've already had 3 firings this year. We're probably going to end up with another 5 or 6. Not here. Doug Peterson makes $500,000 a week. Let's keep him in. Trent Baalke, let's keep him in. I can't even talk. It's so incredibly annoying. But that's exactly what did happen here. So Trent Baalke, and, I've heard from everyone. You knew all along. You're the only one who's been saying it. Do you think I like being right here? Do you think I enjoy this? When I look at someone who is so bad at his job, yet he's got the only person that matters convinced that he is doing it the right way, and that is Shad Khan. Been telling you forever, and I will continue to tell you, Trent Baalke is going to run this organization in 2025. And the only opportunity you have for that to change is if this team loses out. But Baalke always has a built-in excuse. Add to that now, Trevor Lawrence. Massive cheap shot. I hate it. It was a very scary situation to see Lawrence react the way that he did. Good news since, right? Walking out of the building yesterday towards the Miller Electric Center with his wife. Took to Twitter to thank Jaguar fans. Doug Peterson today, not an awful lot to say. But it was a very scary deal. It was. And, I saw it immediately, and I've gone back and I've watched it a few times. This is what is most bothersome, and it's twofold. It's the organization top to bottom. The Jaguars are so soft. They really are. They're as soft as anything I've ever seen. Let me ask just one question, because this is the end game. And you could tell me that things have changed, and that was years ago. And what do you think my colleague Leon Searcy and Tony Baselli and Dave Weidel and Ben Coleman and Brian DeMarco or Rich Tilsky, and Pete Mitchell and Big Sofa and Fred Taylor and Jimmy Smith and Keenan McCardell and Willie Jackson, what do you think that group would have done if someone laid out Mark Brunell the way that Houston laid out Trevor Lawrence yesterday? Just stop everything you're doing and ask yourself that question. It almost feels like the team doesn't like Trevor. It almost feels like he's Kelly Leak. It almost feels like he's Jeff George. Anton Harrison, stand up. Evan Ingram, stand up. Coaches and players, you should be ashamed. That is your leader. That is the face of the franchise. That was a massive cheap shot. That could have been a career-ending cheap shot. The days of Jack Tatum are gone. The days of Jack Lambert are gone. The days of Deacon Jones are gone. A couple of guys reacted. Everyone else kind of went through. Brian Thomas Jr. followed him into the end zone. I'll give you that. There should have been flag after flag. And then Doug Peterson says Jarian Jones can't do that during the postgame. You needed more of that. You needed the entire team to go. You're a 2-9 team, now 2-10. You're one of the laughing stocks of the NFL. At least you can do is act like a man and defend your franchise football player. If you were just watching the red zone or whatever it may be, because let's face it, unless you're a diehard Jaguar fan here in town, no one watches the Jaguars. They're the laughing stock of pro football. If you watched that, you would assume that no one likes Trevor Lawrence. That's what I got out of it. Can you imagine what this team would do if that was Brunell? They would have done the same thing for Leftwich and Garrard. I don't know about Blaine Gabbert. Okay, Blake Bortles. That is what you have. That is your identity of the 2024 Jacksonville Jaguars. A very soft football team. And you know what? They don't care because half of them will be gone by next year. That's the sad part of all this. They don't want to get fined. They don't want to get rung up. I don't advocate cheap shots myself. I'm a big fan of retaliation. I love eye for an eye. Okay? I don't subscribe to the BS of two wrongs don't make a right. Screw that. All you needed was one guy to make a point. I watched it a ton of times. I still haven't seen what Jerry and Jones did. I don't know. They didn't do anything about it. Yeah, they said all the right things in the locker room after the game. They went through the motions. And your head coach was more upset, it felt like to me, that Jerry and Jones got thrown out of the game than what actually happened to Trevor Lawrence. This season cannot end soon enough for your Jaguars. I hate it for you fans. I really do. I just hate it for you. You at least want to fight, right? You at least you want them to show you that they care. You can count on one hand guys who actually cared about that yesterday. A lot of walk. I love when Peterson comes out. He puts both hands in his pockets. It's like, I know it's cold out, Doug. You know, boy, you're really talented. You can kind of slip the play chart there between your wing and your ribs and tuck the hands. And it's just, it's your quarterback, man. Am I wrong? No. Tell me if I am. But, it really does. It feels like this team doesn't like Trevor. That's the way they acted. This thing needs to be bulldozered completely over. It really does. They need some tough guys. That's what's really bothering me about this team as well as my alma mater. You know what my alma mater has right now? You know what Florida State has right now? I'll tell you what Florida State has. They have players on the team who get good grades and don't get in trouble. That sucks. Give me the Florida State players that were always running from the law. They were bad dudes. They won games. Oh, you mean they're not going to walk my Grammy across the road? No, they're not. They're going to walk right past Grammy into the NFL. Bad guys. Renegade program. Don't try to skirt it for anything that it's not. It's a renegade program. Now we've got scholars. We've got kids with good grades, the future of America, our leaders. They don't get in any trouble. They also totally suck. Give me the bad boys any day. This is football, for crying out loud. And the lack of just being a man by your Jaguars is freaking scary, man. That is scary. I almost feel like if Roy Robertson Harris was here, he would have done something about it. If Cam Robinson was here, he would have done something about it. You got rid of two guys who actually would have done something about it. Opening comments brought to you by Shmunez Vision. My goodness, man. Dr. Neal, I'm almost upset that you got me right now with 2020. My eyes are telling me a lot of bad things when it comes to watching football around here. They're a family organization. They focus on personal, high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Shmunez, fellowship trained in cornea, cataract surgery, all refractive surgery. Come on, that's more than 30 years when it comes down to laser eye surgery. Again, are your eyes bothering you? Are they much weaker now here at night than they were earlier this morning? It could be multiple things. Make an appointment today at Shmunez Vision. The best around. And remember, if you do need surgery, they are the ones who will perform it. They're not going to appoint you a surgery counselor and someone else will take you all through it. They will sit back, answer all of your questions. Check them out online at Shmunez Vision. You can also go to Instagram and get everything as far as testimonials from very, very happy individuals who've been going to Shmunez Vision for quite some time. All right, when we come back, it's time to have a conversation. It is. It is time to have a massive conversation as we roll into the month of December. The best way for you to become a part of it is our text line with, oh my God, is it burning up? Is it ever burning up? People want to be heard. 641-1010, that is the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. That, and we hear from J.J. LaSalva as we get things started on a Monday edition of Into the Night.
Starting at linebacker, number 55, Tom McManus.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads. Friday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. With manufacturer incentives and Nimnick discounts, you won't find deals like Nimnick's anywhere else in Jacksonville. Who's got more new Sierras at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks GMCs in Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. Shop 24/7 at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. So remember, for the best trucks around, it's nobody but Nimnick. You can shop at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit that terrific showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Anderson, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Go with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Walls. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hey, everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. In celebration of Awaken 180's 10th anniversary, Dave B., one of Awaken 180's very first clients, has a message to anyone looking for a long-term solution for weight loss.
When I kept the weight off the first year, when I kept the weight off the second year, when I kept the weight off the third year, when I was able to kind of just continue to sustain. And again, it was because I had the support. I know the support made the difference. All the different people I've talked to over the years, they've all been really very supportive. That was one of the differentiators where they were going to provide support to me for life. So it was the complete package. Paige, I want to say thank you for developing Awaken 180. It is an incredible program. It has changed my life, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much.
To piggyback on Dave's message, I also want to thank Paige and send my congratulations on Awaken 180's 10th anniversary. 10 years, over 23,000 clients, all of which receive free support for life. Find your solution at awaken180weightloss.com.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
Hey, Gabe Prosser here to save you some cash. Maximize your home sale now with the market experts who deliver more money in less time, and those experts are Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. You don't have to worry. The worries are relieved with Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts we are trusting and recommending with the sale of your home. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Mortgage rates are down. It's time to create your market. Marvin in Cobblestone writes, my siblings and I moved our parents to Maryland so they can get some extra help as they get older. Next, we had to sell the home to get them some financial help for their extra care. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they delivered big. Chad and Sandy's team got our home sold in 7 days above asking price. You can too. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
Help fight skin cancer by playing golf at the Hit 'em Straight Golf Tournament December 30th at Queens Harbor for a day of food and fun while raising money for the Melanoma Research Foundation. To sign up, call 904-507-1401.
We heard you loud and clear, Jags fans, and we're taking it back to the 90s again. The Prowler throwback jerseys return to the field Sunday, December 15th, when your Jaguars take on the New York Jets. Be at the bank to see them in action while joining us for our Inspire Change game. To lock in your seats, head to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This team needed Jared Odrick. This team needed Chris Clemens. It needed Malik Jackson. Needed Telvin Smith. Congratulations to Anton Harrison. Congratulations to Evan Ingram. Brian Thomas Jr. That's about it. That's about all I saw. A lot of the guys going through the motions. That's your quarterback, man. That is your quarterback. I mean, not enough. Some people argue with me. That's fine. But the coach came out and said he was upset with Jones. Upset with Jarian Jones. He was naughty. And the coach preaches it. The players showed it. This is a soft football team. There's no other way to say it. A soft team. A physical team. A mean team. A proud team. A team of men would have done more. And I'm not talking about cheap shots, late hits. Was there any extra oomph in anything you saw the remainder of the game? No. You're watching that clock tick, saying another check is cleared on the Tennessee. JJ Gusilva, how are you?
I'm great. Had a great weekend with the family. So, yeah, it was a very content-filled weekend.
I guess. It was a Thanksgiving weekend. I almost forgot about that. Food
Yeah, it
was
happened
great.
so long ago.
Tampa, 4 days of football.
25-minute and 30-second 5K, by the way, folks.
What was it?
Thanksgiving morning. 25-minute, 30-second. Not my all-time best, but I was happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Actually drove through Ocala on the way back from Tampa.
Did you?
Yeah, it was
not a lot going on.
95 and I-4 were really, well, we were told that I-4 and 95 were really backed up. So we went 75 through Ocala, and it was beautiful.
Always is.
Country cruising. Designated driver.
Now, do you think...
Drank a lot on the golf course, so I had to make her pull over every 15 minutes so I could pee.
Oh, my God. I drank probably 12,000 bottles of wine at the in-laws this weekend as well. Do you think if the Texans would have placed a flag at midfield, it would have gotten more out of the Jags team?
No, I don't think they care. I don't. The players don't care.
It seems like there's some... I don't know if I'd say they don't like Trevor, but they certainly don't play for him. They've stopped playing for this coach weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think everybody's pretty much checked out at this point. The injury's terrible, and I hope it doesn't affect the rest of his career, but just looking at it from a strictly, draft position standpoint, probably really good because I feel like Trevor would have won a few of these games. Yeah. Now I think they might go winless.
Well, they should. Because you got the man at the controls now, Trent Baalke, who's going to have that first overall pick 3 times in 5 years.
Oh,
and this organization's going to sit back and go, this man's done it before. Let's let him do it again.
He's experienced.
You know who was mad yesterday? The fans. Did you see how vicious Jaguar fans were? I don't advocate throwing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, when he was getting let off the field by the police.
Like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I was a sideline reporter years ago when that hammerhead from Seattle tried climbing in the stands. I was right there. I just wish that a few more, not named Evan Ingram and Anton Harrison and Brian Thomas Jr., I wish a few more Jaguar players were as bothered by this as the Jaguar fans were.
And I get that you can get fined or suspended or whatever, but dude, who cares, man? You make so much money, and who cares about being suspended either? You're on the worst team in the NFL. It's not going to matter if you have to sit out a game or something. But yeah, to me, it just shows they probably don't have any sort of strong relationships towards Trevor.
Yeah, you know what? I grew up as a hockey guy, and if you took liberties at the star player on a hockey team, that was it. And if your guy was hit by a pitch, you knew that retaliation was coming. And I look at those Celtics Lakers and Celtics 76ers and Celtics Detroit Pistons matchups where, it didn't matter. They were blood brothers. They were there for one another. This was a 2-9 football team. And where was the fight? Where was the protection for your franchise player? They should be ashamed. They really should. There wasn't nearly enough. There should have been an altercation. There should have been someone who they're 2-9.
I expected something in the second half.
2-10 now.
Maybe somebody go rogue and take a late hit at.
Yeah, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. You had your opportunity.
Yeah, I don't want to see him get hurt, but I expected it.
It's not like it was on Houston's bench. It was right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
This team doesn't care. 7102 says, Ballou, shut the hell up and play some more Paul McCartney.
That's one that you were singing during break that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Farm.
Oh, Junior's Farm? Really?
Never. I'm not a big Wings. I don't know. I only know the hits.
How's Wings not in the Hall of Fame? I'll tell you why, Ballou, because Janet Jackson is. Devo is.
One thing about the hit that I'll take it off the, players being soft for just 1 second. I was very confused about the penalty call. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I assume
That's even more of a reason to be upset.
Yeah, like you didn't give the Jags the first down? Like in the play, he literally took the guy's head off. I understand the afters, but that's literally what I just said. The afters, after the play, after the event happened. Like, so then you call dead ball penalties and maybe you move the Jags back 15 yards after you give them a first down, though. Like,
Right.
Did they do that correct? I don't even know. I haven't heard much about it.
That was third down.
I
You're
thought
right.
that was an insanely
the
bad
Jaguars
call.
got. Yeah, I mean, not the officials. Everyone just.
They just moved on. They're just like, all right, next play.
Jackson reminds me of those kids who walked the same way to school every day growing up
Beat up.
and got beat up and had their lunch money taken. I mean, everyone's just making fun of Jacksonville. That's what, and it bothers me because it bothers you. I don't care about these players. I don't care about the coaches. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but I don't care. They're here today. They're gone tomorrow. You're always going to be here. And you just get rolled over. And not only did they run you over here, they backed up and ran over you again. The officials threw... I
think they threw more flags on the Jags, like at the end of the play.
Not enough. But you could tell by Doug Peterson's post-game press conference that he is a soft-minded coach, okay? Physicality has never been important to him. And Doug's a nice guy. Doug's a respectable guy. He's all about the shield. He's all about the league. He doesn't want his guys going rogue. He didn't want this to be the 1970s version of the Oakland Raiders or the Pittsburgh Steelers. My whole deal is, well, you got to have a couple of bad attitudes and some guys who are clearly upset, who could have made a big deal. No one even touched him. Did anyone even lay a finger on him?
On Stroud?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
There was a couple sacks in the first half. I think Trayvon got one. What did you make of Doug's?
I'm talking about on Algier.
Oh, I see. Well, Sheriff and them sort of for a second.
Let me
when
throw
he
Sheriff
came
in
back
there.
out on the field on them?
Yeah, but someone's going to be on top of this guy. Someone's going to be ripping him to the... Did he get thrown to the ground? Did anyone get on top of him? Did anyone throw a punch? No. No. You waited for all these Houston players to run across the field where you had an opportunity. It's all about immediate reaction. And 3 or 4 Jaguar guys did something. The rest just kind of stood around.
Looked at the refs, threw their hands up like... what did you make of Peterson's post-game reaction with D'Amico Ryans? I saw a lot of people were like not happy that I see it both ways. I mean, like I understand what Doug said, that it's not like D'Amico's telling his guys to go out there and take his head off. But you see D'Amico today, and he completely justified what happened and said the Jags were out of line. So maybe you're not as close of friends with him as you thought, Doug.
That's the coach I want. D'Amico Ryans knows that his player is 100% wrong.
Defended him.
And he defended him today. Doug Peterson knows that Jarian Jones, what he did during the game yesterday, is 100% right.
Didn't defend him.
And he scolded him. He didn't scold him. He gave him a soft tap.
Said
He's got to be better than that. Are you kidding me? He rocked your quarterback. I mean, where's the fight in all of this? He's your $55 million a year quarterback. What if they scrambled his brains yesterday? What if his career was over?
Could have been.
Absolutely, it could have been.
The way his back of his head hit that turf, man, that's the worst part of your head to hit, that everybody says. And just how fast it was, how quick it bounced back, and his hands, and it was very Tua-esque. It was scary. It's just one of the many reasons why my kid will never play football.
All right, I'm watching this again. Evan Ingram immediately
of course.
goes and knocks him over. Immediately. But that's not enough for me. I'm sorry. That's not enough. Okay? This is a physical game. This is a collision sport. This is supposed to be a war. There's supposed to be some pride involved. And this was a massive career-ending attempt of a hit on your quarterback. I've already congratulated and supported Evan Ingram 3 or 4 times, along with Anton Harrison. Now I want to put Brandon Sheriff in there, and I want to put Brian Thomas Jr. in there. But still, there, in my opinion, it wasn't enough. You can't tell me that these officials and people are holding back these massive men. The want wasn't there. They went through the motions. Let's get to Doug Peterson. He was asked today, the very latest, what is going on health-wise with Trevor Lawrence?
I mean, you got to take it all into consideration, obviously, and make a smart choice, make a headsy sort of determination with him and his health, and then obviously, where we are as a team right now.
So there you go. I mean, I've had many ask me, is he going to shut it down? Okay. I have no idea. I mean, I have absolutely no idea. I can't see, with him being eliminated from the playoffs and this team being eliminated from the playoffs, what the hurry would be to get back out there. Okay. The man has to get set health-wise, and that includes his shoulder. The way that this Mickey Mouse organization works, I'm sure right now they'll recommend surgery for him in mid-January. If he needs surgery, get it done now. It's so friggin' simple. You can have a third-grade education and understand it. If he's got a bad shoulder, the same shoulder he had coming out of Clemson, second time in 4 years he's going to need it. That's the problem. It's going to be a long period of rehabilitation and treatment. Get the surgery done now. The season's over. But you know and I know, if you were betting, you're a betting man or a betting woman, that'll roll in mid-January. Trevor Lawrence expected to have some.
Expected to miss OTAs.
This organization never does things the right way. And I hate it. I hate it for you. I do. I really do. I do. I mean, that's the frustration in your face, the frustration with these texts, the frustration on X, the frustration when people reach out. That's what bothers me, is that you're unhappy. And there's nothing done to fix it. Because your owner just doesn't really seem to care. He doesn't. He cares that it's worth so much more now. And what's Bitcoin up to? 96 a Bitcoin now? 96,000 a Bitcoin? I mean, it's like he bought it for like $5,000. What did he buy it for? $770 million? It's worth north of $4 billion now. Yeah, Shad Khan wants to win. They all want to win. But you don't allow stuff like this to happen and not make changes without really showing the people how you feel. That's what it's about now, is showing your customers, showing your fan base. Look what Chicago did. Look what the Bears did. That became the conversation piece on a Thanksgiving Thursday. How did Matt Eberflus not call a timeout? How did they allow a rookie quarterback to allow 33 seconds, go to 6 seconds, throw a ball, end game? He was fired the next day by a fan base in Chicago where they demanded the firing, with a media contingency in Chicago. I worked 7 years there, who demanded the firing. The media here Even if they demand the firing. I can think of one other person I know, Hayes Carline, who wrote about it, who demanded the firing. I demanded the fire. It doesn't matter what the media says. It doesn't matter what you say as fans. No one hears it. There's no connection to the fan base. Scary, and it's sad. All right, we got a lot to do tonight. Some of these texts are coming. I appreciate the humorous ones that kind of keep us on our toes.
Absolutely, my favorites.
The one here on the dad was one of the great ones that I've ever read. I'm getting so many in here though. I can't find it at this particular time. Maybe I will here during the break. If you would like to, and remember tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, 7:00, we take your phone calls the entire hour. I've never been a can't wait for type of guy. But this, let me say, I am so phenomenally excited already about tomorrow night's show because we take your phone calls. That'll be Tuesday at 7. Ballou for Shinatri Chiropractic. They've helped me get rid of my headaches and pain in my neck and back. Are you suffering from an auto accident? What about TMJ pain? Headaches associated with jaw clenching, grinding of the teeth, or stress-related disorders? Shinatri Chiropractic has a physical therapist on staff for rehabilitation, quality chiropractic care, dry needling, massage, and acupuncture. Call 743-6700 or go to ShinatriDC.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I just cannot say enough good things about my friends at Pella Windows and Doors. They have the highest quality products, the strongest limited warranties in the industry, and they just flat out look amazing. But don't just take my word for it. Consumer Reports still has Pella rated #1 in all 3 major window categories, so why not go with the best? Call them today or visit the Pella showroom and be sure to ask about the latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows. That's Pella Windows and Doors on Phillips Highway, and tell them Mike sent you.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Post Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Nick in here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, you need to get screened for colon cancer. Ask your doctor about getting a colonoscopy. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. Borland Groover recently expanded into St. Johns County. The new and advanced surgery center and medical office is open in Durbin Crossing. Visit BorlandGroover.com for a location near you. Remember, 45 is the new 50. Get screened today with Borland Groover.
Get ready to celebrate December with Best Bet. We're giving away an incredible $660,000 in cash and prizes. Kickstart your holiday fun in Jacksonville with amazing promotions like the 12 Days of Christmas High Hands and $500 High Hand Fridays. At Best Bet Orange Park and St. Augustine, don't miss out on thrilling tournaments and $300 every 15 minutes table game giveaways. For all the details, head over to bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
When pests invade your space, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, we show up for you and eliminate pests quicker because we care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so do we. Don't live with a pest problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. a family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjax.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 3rd, 1963, in the NFL Draft, quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Terry Baker from Oregon State was the first overall selection by the Los Angeles Rams.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Bank in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
American Electrical, Northeast Florida's highest-rated electricians, is hiring, and they're training people for careers. It's not just job training. They're giving you a license that no one can take away from you, training you for jobs that are always in demand and will offer you a peace of mind financially and for the future. And once you know a trade, you'll always be employable. All the details are at American-Electrical.com. If you're selected to be part of the Electrical Academy, you'll learn the electrical trade absolutely free of charge. American Electrical, powered by professionalism, equal opportunity employer.
Discover luxury storage life at The Shed, opening soon in Atlanta Beach, for a place to store your cars, boats, and toys. A place for an office, a golf simulator, or a man cave. AC and plumbing available. The list of premium uses is endless. Take a tour on Instagram or go to theshedjacks.com.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with great sports for kids 3 to 17, and winter and spring registration is open right now. New girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter, plus plenty for boys and girls in Nocatee, too. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
This is Dr. Turner Vossler, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Tight end Evan Ingram was asked about how he thought his team did handling their anger and aggression after the brawl that broke out due to the massive hit on Trevor Lawrence, and how that affected their play during the rest of the game. Here he is in his post-game locker room interview.
I think we did a great job with the discipline part afterwards. Obviously, it was a mess. It could have got worse. Could have handled it wrong, but I think we responded really well. We kept playing, kept our composure, and we had a shot to win it. Did some good things on offense, and didn't get one more shot at it at the end. So definitely a tough thing to do after something like that, but proud of the guys staying locked in and just continue to fight.
The players did a nice job of sticking up for their quarterback after he got hurt, but also balancing in a clean play style to avoid any unnecessary penalties. I'm Max Fink with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars have lost 15 straight when they're trailing going into half. I mean, 15 straight.
What was your stat about their opening drives?
They had gone 25 consecutive. No, they had gone 17 opening drives without a touchdown. That's still intact. But how about 25 drives consecutively without a TD?
Until
Mac Jones.
And he led 2 in one game.
He sure did. Get him re-signed. 15 straight. I mean, that was the mark of Doug Peterson in 2022. Remember late in the year? Remember all those come-from-behind victories down 27-0 to LAC? That was the identity of this football team, coming from behind. They have now lost 15 consecutive games where they're trailing at half, and they were trailing 6-3. Really, really sad. Hey, even the good folks at the Blue Crab House, they rest on this Monday. They'll be back at it tomorrow up until 9:30. How's this for a holiday gift? Spend $50, get a $65 gift card at the Blue Crab House, right off of San Jose, Julington Creek Road. Then you spend $50, you get $65. Sounds like a hell of a good deal to me, and you don't have to put much thought into it. I mean, anyone who gets it's going to love it. Stick it in a little envelope, right? And just hand it on over. The Blue Crab House. Always outstanding. All right, we're going to have to get out of this one a little bit early because I was way too long-winded. A couple of notes. Florida State, it is official with Gus Malzahn, even though it was out over the weekend. He is the new offensive coordinator. He resigned from UCF. They have also announced that they are bringing over Tony White as the defensive coordinator from Nebraska. So I would expect household changes. One rumor is pot roast. Terrence Knighton, former defensive lineman right here for the Jacksonville Jaguars, defensive line coach with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, that he could be coming with Tony White to take over the defensive line. Odell Haggins is still there. Odell's been there for 27, 28 years. Heck, I went to Florida State, same time, criminology graduate along with Odell Haggins. It's time for him to hang him up. It just is. It's time. And I know that so many people love him, but, I mean, it's time. So we'll see if anything comes in with that. We're, a few days away from signing day? And I think we're 8 days away from officially being able to add in the transfer portal some major upsets in college football. What a weekend. Incredible. We'll hit on that a little bit. I think more will probably be tomorrow night with the college game, as there's still so much anxiety, and let's face it, a tremendous amount of frustration going on right now with you as Jaguar fans, and I'm here for you. You know, I wish I had the answers for you. I'm attempting to give my opinion on what I would do. But whenever anyone leaves, you hear about you need a change in culture. Enough is enough. Enough of the culture change. Okay? You need some leaders and you need some alphas. You do. You need some real leaders on this football team. And your biggest leader yesterday got buried. And the reaction by this football team, in my opinion, was not nearly enough. Again, can you imagine what Tom Coughlin would have done? I didn't even see Doug Peterson really get that excited. I didn't see. That should have been fire the headset, fire the visor. That should have been Earl Weaver on an umpire. That should have been Whitey Herzog on an umpire. Billy Martin on a. What? What is this classy, respectful type of crap? That's your quarterback who got just late. And look a day later. Look at what DeMeco Ryans is doing. Look at what he is saying. Look at his defense of his player, knowing that he's wrong. He's still putting himself out there as the leader of the Houston Texans, a playoff team. Again, a team that's won 6 straight years in Jacksonville. 6 straight. Again, do you think one player on the Jaguars even knows that Houston's won 6 straight years here? Oh, that's not a talking point with us. Well, we're just trying to find a way to win this football game. Not enough. DeMeco Ryans. Look at what he's doing right now for his player. Look at how he's defending his player. And he's wrong. That is an identity problem. That is a problem at the top. And you got to deal with 5 more weeks of it. And hopefully it changes on that Monday. I don't know if it will. Feels like there's a lot of excuses that this football team can go to. From Bulky to Peterson and all the way down. Let's get ready for hour number 2. 641-1010 is the text line. A lot of good stuff coming in. We'll get to plenty of your comments. We'll do that in our second hour.
Good drives bring more points. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville brings you the drive of the game.
Great job.
On 1010XL. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Pick it here for Bound 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bound 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help toward solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC. 904-859-3742.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
It's the end of the year sale with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a $250 gift card for holiday shopping. With financing options as low as $150 a month, protecting your home's never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP, and this offer expires December 31st. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Hey folks, Rick Ballou here for John's Auto. They've been a staple in Jacksonville going all the way back to 1985. At John's Auto, they service all makes, all models, cars, trucks, diesel, you name it. they do it. Whether it's routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul. Call John's Auto on Arlington Road. That's 904-743-3857 or go to johnsautomotivejacks.com.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind.
Winslow, Arizona. Where did I read? What book was I reading recently that someone was in Winslow? I want to say it was Charles Manson. I was reading about one of his former members of the family. Yeah, they went to Winslow, that's exactly where I read it. Because everything else I've been reading is fiction. I could care less if it would have been a fiction pill. It was a real deal. Got me. I read it at night. And these happy pills that I'm forced to take because I work here in Jacksonville sometimes can affect the brain.
So it was apparently around Christmas time. 2 days after Christmas, the black bus broke down in Winslow, Arizona.
Did it really?
Yeah.
So Glenn Fry wrote about it, and there was 7 chicks all over his ass. They were probably the Manson family. It was probably Squeaky Fromme and Lisa Kasabian and Patricia Krenwinkel and Leslie Van Houten. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Leslie Van Houten was paroled a year ago. She was absolutely beautiful as far as serial killers are concerned. She was a high school prom queen. And they weren't serial killers. They were like Aaron Hernandez killers. They left way too much evidence. I don't even know why they get credit for it. I'm getting a lot of great stuff. Leonard Fournette, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I didn't think Leonard Fournette was a bad teammate at times. We remember him sitting on the bench. Remember him never wearing a tie on the road. Leonard was his own.
Laughing it up during losses.
He was. But when someone hit one of his boys, Leonard was going to get in there and do it.
Even to the detriment of the team. You know, he was fighting them. So was it the Bills?
Yeah, it was Bill. We were in Buffalo when it happened. They ended up losing that game. Yeah.
And that was a team, I believe, that was like in contention. Who knows? But
that team had dogs.
It certainly wasn't a 2-9 team who had literally nothing to play for. So you wouldn't really mind if a couple guys got suspended. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
This team's not coached well, therefore they don't perform well. And it's really hard to have alphas and great leaders when you're terrible. That's just a fact.
You know, I heard, sorry to cut you off, but a same exact take by Thibodeau today for the Giants on the podium. And a lot of people aren't going to like what he said, but it's exactly what you said. You can't be a leader on this team unless you do something on the field. There's nobody who's going to get us to lead us that's not doing anything on the field.
Everyone was here waiting on this Mac Jones late fourth quarter comeback win. Probably would have had to force a field goal first and go in overtime. You needed the play. Go back and watch the play. Okay? How Ryan Nielsen and company didn't just sell out for the run. If they beat you with a pass, when you know they're going to run so the clock runs, right after the 2-minute warning, if they beat you with a pass, that's one thing. Remember Nebraska, Texas in 1996, which got Florida the national championship rematch with Florida State? Remember 4th and 1? Mac Brown, they go for it. They throw it to the tight end. Nebraska sold out, and Texas pulled one out. The Philly against New England with Peterson and Foles. Every once in a while, they'll fool you. In this game, the whole world knew the ball was going to Joe Mixon. Buster Brown, a young corner, backpedaling. And it's one thing to initially backpedal, but when Robert Woods, who's lined up with him, cuts immediately inside, don't you stop in your tracks and come forward towards the ball carrier? A great block by Robert Woods, right to Ventrell Miller, who I don't want to say he was blindsided, but it was just a great block by a veteran wide receiver in Robert Woods. Lloyd blown off the ball, Cisco nowhere near his gap, and it was an easy first down.
And it happened 2 plays before that.
I know it did.
It was
they kept running the same play.
Yeah, and he just gashed him on 2nd and 10 with like 3 minutes left. You knew they were running it. Happened twice on the same drive.
That's
Sad.
bad coaching. That's bad coaching. And, again, it's complimentary football. Hey, I kind of get where I am here. They really, for the most part, shocked me, and I imagine shocked you, that they put together 2 late fourth-quarter drives. After going 25 consecutive drives without scoring a touchdown, all of a sudden they scored 2 in a row. And it felt like Parker Washington dropped some balls early and wasn't running the right routes, and all of a sudden he just became on fire. You finally went to Brian Thomas Jr. I'm looking it up right here. 46 receptions in 12 games. That's not enough. Let's do the math. That's 3.8 receptions a game. That's not enough. Especially for a 2-10 team that's always trailing and always forced to pass. So it is disappointing. And, they've lost 3 out of their last 15. But I do believe this. Things can change so quickly. All it takes is the right couple of guys and the right motivation and the right scheme and the right attitude. All right? Talked about Leonard Fournette running off the bench. Look at that team. Look at the defense of that team. They laughed at Calais Campbell then. They thought he was a grandfatherly. But the team had dogs, man. Malik was a dog. Unique Ngakoue fought everyone. He was a terrible teammate. But he played hard. Remember him getting after it with Marcel Darius in the locker room. Darius he stood up on Sunday. Telvin became crap after the bag, but he was and when Puz Lusney left, that hurt him. But Telvin led that kind of, the Aaron Colvin, Jalen Ramsey, Telvin, kind of the we don't listen to anyone else, we don't care type of, but they made plays. They made plays. And they were type A, you know what. And you wanted them on your side. Who do you say that about right now in this defense? Walker plays hard every week. I'll give it to Trayvon Walker. The kid plays hard. It hadn't been a great year for Hines Allen. Actually, he's actually played better than what his numbers support. If you look at pressures, if you look at quarterback hits, if you look at him against the run, I think he's solid. I'm a big fan of Ventrell Miller. He got blocked on that play when they needed him. But Aloakon's on the other side, way, way back. Lloyd gets... Go back and watch that final play. See what happens to Devin Lloyd and Foye Oluokun on that play. I want to think that they got some young guys. They got no safeties. Wow. Whew. All this Dewey stuff. Let me check. What did Dewey play? 4 plays yesterday? Oh, the return of Dewey. I just remember the text line. Oh, my gosh, Ballou, Dewey's coming back. This thing is on track. Let's see here. Dewey played 4 plays yesterday. I didn't even see him. The only one I saw was Cisco. I'm going to have to go back and look. I don't want to comment until I go back and look, but wouldn't you have to assume that Wingard's going to be in that game on 3rd and 4? And then obvious to anyone who's ever watched the game of football that Joe Mixon is going to run that ball on 3rd and 4. Isn't that where you want Andrew Wingard to be? And again, I didn't see him on the play. And I haven't watched the All-22. I usually do that tomorrow if I can somehow digest that. Maybe someone out there will know, and we have an incredibly intelligent and as well as a very observant audience. Go ahead and blow me up here at 641-1010 on the text line. Let me know if he was in at the time. He only played 4 plays. All right. We need to talk about Walker Little. I'm happy. I think it's too early. I don't know if it's proven. And I talked to John Oshie. Remember that Wednesday night? I asked him, I said, how big of an opportunity is this with 2 in now and 6 remaining? It's basically a show-me deal for Walker Little, JJ. And you've heard my opinion all along. No one has treated Walker Little worse than the Jacksonville Jaguars. And even Osher, before I got to it, said, does he want to be here? That's been kind of the feeling, the way he's been treated. Would he even want to be here? And what a shocking announcement by the organization.
And the timing of it obviously makes you think, like, so is this guy here to stay, to make decisions? Shad's letting him sign a guy for $26 million. Like, that sort of means he's here, right? He's staying. How can you not think that?
Yeah.
So that's what I took it as. I don't know enough about his O-line play, whether it's going to be a good sign or not. I saw Jags fans on both sides arguing it. You're an idiot if you think he's bad. You're an idiot if you think he's good. I would argue that you guys probably don't know what you're talking about either way. But, yeah, to me, it was all about Balky. That's the story.
That's the story. And with Walker Little, to me, it's still to be determined. He hasn't proved that he can be healthy. He hasn't proved that he can go the long way at left tackle. He played 4 games a year ago before getting moved inside. He filled in for Cam years prior to that. But this guy wasn't good enough to win the job any one of the years until the Cam Robinson episode. Now, all of a sudden, you pay this guy money-wise, if he produces, money-wise, it's going to end up being a good deal for the Jaguars organization. The problem is we just don't know. Is he going to be a dominant left tackle? You could have moved Anton Harrison from right tackle to left tackle. You certainly, with a very high draft pick coming, that could have been the way to go with a left tackle. Now you've eliminated that, and your bookend tackles are set for at least the next 2 years, and it would be a 3rd year with that 5th-year option available for Anton Harrison. So you're set at tackle. You just wonder now, is he good enough? If so, this could end up being a fantastic signing for Trent Baalke. But again, just think about how it went. This guy was all but out of here. This organization just said, no. Cam's our guy. Cam sucks his thumb out of town by not going to the game. And Walker Little's and all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's our guy. I guess money erases everything, right? When you're getting offered $15 million a year, it can take away the hurt, because I've said this all along, and I'll certainly say it again today. If I was Walker Little, I'd be like, screw that. I'm gone. I'll be a starting left tackle somewhere else next year. He's a better guy than I am.
But he probably realized he's not going to make that money going somewhere else.
Maybe you're right.
So even if I'm being treated like crap now, I'm going to get guaranteed money that I probably might not get somewhere else, and the head coach isn't going to be here anymore.
You're right. You're right.
So I'll be playing for a whole different regime anyways.
But he got those last 8 starts with 5 remaining. He's Pro Football Focus has graded him well in these 3 starts. He's allowed 1 pressure and almost 100 dropbacks in the last 3 weeks.
So he might be thinking, let me cash in while I'm on top.
Right.
It's never going to get better than this.
And if it continued, he still possibly could have gotten paid somewhere. I don't know if he would have gotten the $15 million a year. I don't know. We'll never know.
It certainly changes everything about the draft that I was thinking coming up. I was looking at they got a Texas tackle. There's a LSU tackle.
Right. Yep.
Now, I guess secondary's staring you right in the face.
Yeah, I would do interior offensive line real high here. You can't do it with
trade back. Yeah,
top 2 or 3 pick. And I think they need another wide receiver. Okay, because Gabe Davis ain't going to work here, and it's over with Kirk. Parker Washington showed something yesterday. It's going to be these next 5 weeks are very important for Parker Washington. He had a really good second half yesterday.
But he can't be your number 2.
No. He's a slot guy. He's a number 3. Brian Thomas Jr., as we said to start this segment, get him the football, man. 3.8 catches a game is not enough for a team that is trailing.
Was it the third quarter when he finally had one? I think he went the whole first half without a catch yesterday.
At least they handed the ball off to him, try to find a way to get him involved in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's better than we've seen before. Let's look at this yesterday. You had 42 pass attempts and 25 rushing attempts. Okay, they did target him 10 times. So that's we all remember the 1 drop. So that is better than I guess I expected. If you look at targets yesterday, 9 for Ingram, 12 for Washington, 10 for Brian Thomas Jr. That's good. You should have had a grab. And, a lot of those passes, most of those passes obviously came from Mac Jones. That's better than I expected.
Yeah, the Trevor was, oof. Before he got hurt, that was one of the worst halves I've ever seen him play.
Oh, it was really bad. He missed a lot of wide receivers.
So many throws, seemingly easy throws. Which, he hadn't played in a couple weeks, but still, damn.
But like that one, the Duvernay, and on Twitter, I went back and forth with folks. Oh, it was too high. So my point there is that great wide receivers make that grab. And Duvernay's a return guy who's forced to play.
Yeah.
And he's not tall. But 3.8 a game, that has to get up to 5 or 6 a game. It does. I understand he's only a rookie. But he's a guy that you love at this particular point. The other part of the Walker Little thing before we take this break, unless a lot of guys are released, okay, it's not a great free agency class for left tackles. You got Bowles, the former kid who played at Georgia, right? Playing for Denver. I've seen him on some lists, but that's basically it. So you fill a massive void here by setting up your bookend tackles for years to come. You absolutely could have addressed it in the draft, right? But that gets, and this team has a lot of holes, again, tremendous amount of holes to fix. But I'm going to root for Walker Little. I like him. I always have. I always thought he was done wrong here. And, he got paid, so he doesn't have to apologize to anyone. But some people, their ego is enough where, hey, I'm just going to move on. And, he must like it here. His family must like it here. Give him credit. What's there not to love about being here in Duval? All right, we got much more to do. Take you up tonight till 8 o'clock.
Relive the best moments from the weekend's games.
That's what superstars do.
Post-game Monday.
Expert analysis of Sunday's game all day.
Brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound & Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employer.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
When Jacksonville needed some late game magic, they would go to the lucky number 7. Thanks to a 10-play sequence capped off by a 6-yard Brian Thomas Jr. touchdown and a 2-point conversion, the Teal and Black would make the score 23-20 with 3:31 left in the game. The 84-yard drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Hey, John, I think everyone in Jacksonville is ready to elevate their ride.
Absolutely. At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have stunning 2024 Escalades and Lyrics in stock right now.
And the great news is you can get a $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Don't wait for the 2025 models to come in.
Luxury is just a visit away. Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Not available with some other offers. Must take retail delivery by 10/31/24 plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but also incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744. Hey, and if you mention Mia or Helmets and Heels, you'll qualify for free base molding. Call today or visit closetsbydesign.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 2nd, 1934, Miami quarterback Dan Marino breaks NFL's single-season touchdown pass record, throwing for his 37th, and the Dolphins lost to the Raiders.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body. For as long as you can. Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete.
From Gatorade Zero to Gatorade Endurance Formula and Gator Light, there's something for every athlete. Find it at your local Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Gatorade, official partner of the NFL.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
Jeff Lagerman here. Now that football season is here, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any of the 27 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions, and more. Napa Auto Care offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on those repairs. Find a Napa Auto Care Center near you. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
One thing I've always admired about the Jacksonville Jaguars is things happen within the organization that you just can't believe, okay? The Jerry Mack announcement yesterday was just perfect Jaguars. End of story. Okay, I remember seeing it. It pops up on X, and I'm like, this has got to be someone... You know, this is a fake tweet. Someone's trolling. Someone's trying to get us. And all of a sudden, it's Jaguars running back Jerry Mack has been announced as the next head coach at Kennesaw State. Meanwhile, it's like early on, second quarter of the Jaguars game against the Texans. And that's not Jacksonville's fault. That's on Kennesaw State. You would think with them being in neighboring Georgia, they would know enough not to release something like that until 4 o'clock. But it wasn't to be. So
now does he like immediately leave?
He's gone.
Okay.
Yep. Peterson talked about it today. He's gone. They're going to hand that off to others, and that is so common. I mean, and it's happening an awful lot around here. When you know you're a lame duck, you're looking for your next job. And there's a lot of coaches right now in that building, in the Miller Electric Center, who will often be found with their doors closed because they are looking for work. And doesn't mean that these guys can't coach. Doesn't mean that there's not some good coaches among the group. It's a very small fraternity. And right now is a very intriguing time where you're getting all these firings in college football. You had another firing on Thanksgiving in the NFL. You're going to have a bloodbath coming up here in 5 more Mondays. So guys are looking for work. And it's tough on them. They get paid really well. But typically, you know, you're packing up the family and you're going. You're going from stop to stop to stop to stop. Very similar to this business and being a member of the media. A little bit easier now because you can, I guess, just send it on out there, but it's hard. So Jerry Mack on the move, Kennesaw State.
Do you see anyone from this staff upgrading? Like who out of this assistant coaching staff is better than what's going on right now? Obviously not Nielsen. Not Press.
No.
But anybody that I'm not thinking of. Special teams guy.
Yeah. Heath Farwell's done well. Yeah, I mean, he's got a great punter and a great kicker. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Just like, how would we know if the running back coach is good?
Yeah. I mean, I
have no clue.
I really liked Bernie Parmalee, the former running backs coach. And I remember talking, you get one opportunity a year to talk to Jerry Mack, and I did. And talking about running the football, and I wish I had a better answer, but they're just not available to you, right?
Preseason, they put them up there for like one podium a season, basically.
Well, it's a round table.
Okay.
Yeah, we go in there once a year and get that opportunity to sit down and talk with them. I think there's a couple of good coaches. First of all, let me say this: the entire thing needs to be blown up. And I don't think you can keep any of these guys around. But if, Richard Angulo has done a nice job as a tight ends coach. Brenton Strange has improved. Evan Ingram has become one of the real solid tight ends in the NFL. Luke Farrell, for his responsibility, does a decent job. There's a coach right there that I like. The one that I was really excited about was Chris Richard, because he was so vocal when I watched all these practices at the Miller Electric Center back in late July and through August, particularly with Dave Campo. Just really felt like he was the right guy. Now,
he's DB coach.
Yeah, defensive back coach Chris Richard. I was a big fan of Deshae Townsend. I mean, Deshae Townsend was really had a lot to do with taking this team from 9 takeaways to 27 takeaways as the passing game coordinator, formerly in the backfield defensively. I hated that they let him go. But Chris Richard is a guy that I like. Bill Shuey's a guy that, as an outside linebackers coach, has worked with Trayvon Walker and has worked with Josh Hines out. Now, there's new responsibilities this year with this 4-3 defense. Those would be the ones that I would highlight. I don't know if any will remain. My guess is no. I mean, you bring in
your guys.
Absolutely, you have to. And, I mean, there's a bad stench over there. So I just don't think you can leave guys. This organization has become way too comfortable with losing. I remember Coughlin losing. And to some extent, Del Rio, even though Del Rio was more of a player's coach, and maybe it's because I don't travel on the team playing because I'm not the sideline reporter anymore. When you lose, everything should be silent, right? When it feels like this, life goes on. Everything's okay. There's another game this week.
There's a good
opportunity.
Game. Want to congratulate the Eagles on a good game.
Yeah, played hard. Where it should literally be like you've run into a brick wall and you got to do whatever you can to move it. I mean, this team has lost 15 of their last 18 games. They have accepted losing. It is a part of their daily life. No one has done anything about it to change it. Okay? And again, it starts at the top. Here's another one. Blue, do you think that Doug and Trent will be around next year? Neither one should be. They should absolutely be fired. This was from the 87-83. The entire organization should. I've been telling you all along, I think Trent Baalke survives this. He just signed Walker Little yesterday. Doug Peterson has no chance. And I guess it's Mike DeRocco who says he wouldn't be surprised if he stays on. Boy, I've always laughed at, I don't laugh at you much, but I do laugh in this category. When you tell me you're done and you're never going to return, you're not going to get your season tickets, because I've always laughed at that because I've witnessed it here since 1996. I was in Tallahassee in 95. We had the Jaguars on our station over in God's country. I almost believe a little of it this year.
I mean, look at that crowd on Sunday.
I almost believe it. Yeah.
It was one of the worst I've ever seen. The Texans aren't one of those teams that bring in a big away fan. There's not a bunch of people here who grew up Texans fans. Obviously, they're a newer franchise. So it really shows in games like that, man. It was really pathetic yesterday.
0981.
And I don't blame fans for that either.
No. 0981 Blue, you're in a zombie apocalypse. You have one person with you, either Trent Baalke or Mike Norvell. Who do you choose? I'm going to go with Norvell. He took that spear out and fired it. I think he could kill a couple of zombies for him.
Listen, he bowed up to Billy. Saw that.
Norvell. Hey, Mike, do something about the 8 friggin' fumbles, okay? I've been complaining about that punt returner all year. He shouldn't even be on the field. He drops a routine punt and gives the ball to the Gators on the 5-yard line. That's what pisses me off, not the flag, not the spear. It's 8 fumbles. It's 8 sacks. All right. Great stuff tonight. We got much more to do with you tonight till 8. Remember, tomorrow night, 6 to 8, and at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, we take your phone calls.
The game where every yard counts. One player's performance stands out.
That's what you want from a leader.
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game.
Touchdown, what a throw.
On 1010XL.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spell forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
1010XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Matt and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars to trucks to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's a sale so big, Santa wants to get in on it.
It's Beards Diamond's incredible 44th anniversary sale, held over till Christmas Eve. Everything store-wide is on sale, up to 44% off.
Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
If you know about artificial turf, you know it needs to be done right. Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Sunshine Turf, a family-owned company that will transform your outdoor space into the oasis of your dreams. a putting green, a pet run, a maintenance-free yard. Trust me, the team at Sunshine Turf are the experts you need to transform your lawn. With the highest quality products and budget-friendly pricing, get clean, low-maintenance synthetic grass by visiting sunshineturf.info or call 904-383-0243 to get a free quote today from Sunshine Turf.
This is Hayes Carline for Skylife Elite. Explore the exclusive benefits of aircraft ownership. Partner with Northeast Florida's Elite Air Charter to unlock new revenue opportunities by putting your aircraft on charter, reducing your operating costs while enjoying full service management and exclusive perks. Whether you're a current owner or considering ownership, Skylife Elite provides a seamless, personalized experience that lets your investment soar. Call Skylife Elite at 904-403-2878 to discover more about this rewarding opportunity.
If you're about to order a floral arrangement for someone you love, then take it from me, 1010XL's JJ LaSalva. Use Kuhn Flowers. That's right, Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers gets it done right.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, no official word on Trevor Lawrence today. He is in the concussion protocol. I am absolutely under the assumption that he is not playing this week and probably not playing at the end of, for the remainder of the year. It makes complete sense for this organization to have him get shoulder surgery too, right? They've been eliminated from the playoffs, but we know that that's not always the way that this organization works, okay? We shall see. Meanwhile, in Houston today, D'Amico Ryans comes out and totally defends his player, okay? Even though it is so obvious that he is in the wrong, that is what the coach did. And in a way, you admire it because he's put himself out there and he will do whatever it takes to win. And he will defend his players at all costs. I wish the same thing could be said here about the Jaguars, where instead yesterday, Doug Peterson seemed to be ashamed that Jarian Jones got ejected from the game. I need much more from my head coach than that. But that's what you got right now, and that's what you got for at least 5 games remaining on this year's schedule. I do not check the text line now that the show is over, so I'm unavailable. If you want to get me, you always can on X or Twitter. That is Ballou, Ballou, 1010XL. Thank you to JJ LaSalva. Hackers coming up right now. Remember, tomorrow night, 6 to 8, and at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we're going to take your phone calls for the entire hour. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the game.